been like doing my hair a little bit here, not a lot. It's almost done. We're starting a new day, a new vlog, a new 2 week vlog, and hopefully doing the new vlogging style properly this time. So, I don't know that I explained it properly. Maybe that's why I forgot. But yeah, more check-ins, more like, okay, I started this and I'm planning to do that. And then, okay, I did this and moving on to the next thing. So more check-ins, less montage stuff because uh, I'm doing a lot of computer stuff and not going out very many places. So yeah, the plan for this week, I got some eBay orders, so I need to mail those out, um, and finish uploading. Ooh, I think this is the first time in months my landlord is here, like the actual owner of the building. What do I do with that? Anyway, so yeah, planning something for Father's Day, figuring that out. I also talked to my mother today, and honestly, during spring and summer, I don't really. Obviously, I don't want hot, heavy breakfast, things for breakfast. I also, especially once we hit like 80 degrees, even 70s, I don't want, what do you call it? Cereal, really. So, or really, I don't want milk. I'm not a big milk drinker as it is, and I just don't. I don't want milk. So I've noticed in the past when I had a bigger income, much bigger income compared to now. Not that it was huge, but just zero being the difference or being basically what I'm getting now. But anyway, I liked getting smoothies. So, uh, my mom is saying that's kind of what she wants now too. So, my dad still prefers, breakfast cereals this time of year. So, we're planning on getting less boxes of cereal and replacing that with like fruits and vegetables. So, um, here's hoping for that. That'll help uh, with exercising too, because the biggest deterrent for exercise with me right now is food. I If I don't have the right things afterwards, I am messed up for the rest of the day. So hungry and um, distracted by that hunger. I can't function properly. So anyway, otherwise, um, planning for next month, I ordered the new notebooks, but it says 15 to 20 days. I ordered them yesterday. 15 to 20 business days. So they won't get here in time for next week, which is basically when I would need to set up my bullet journal. So I'm probably going to do it digitally for the next monthly cycle. I don't know what that will look like as far as my plan with me, but we'll see. I just saw somebody go by with a sign, so I probably will vote at some point this week. I didn't get an absentee ballot, so there's that funness. Um, Taxes still doing, because I basically didn't do anything the last 2 weeks. Continue updating my business spreadsheet. Move my TV and radio. So that's where they currently are, on top of each other. They're here, come on finger, there we go, is a radiator. And sorry I'm like super bright right now, it's because I moved. And now there's this shelf, and it was proposed to me several months ago by my father that I could do that and then be further away from the radio and from the radiator, and they might work properly. They both have like random issues and have for a couple of years now. So I haven't been using them, and this month I said I would move them over there, and so we're coming up on the last week of the month, and so I'm gonna move them over there. The last 2 weeks, I guess. So yeah, I want to go outside like more and to like parks, green spaces, so that'll show up. So yeah, reading wise, still participating in the Olympic Games based off of the Percy Jackson series. So currently I'm in the middle of 3 books and thinking about starting another that has nothing to do with the Olympic Games. But I am in the midst of reading, I think it's off my tablet, on my Kindle here, but using the Overdrive app from my local library. I'm reading House of Earth and Blood by Sarah J. Maas. I'm 25% of the way in and enjoying it. I am a little over halfway through Shadows of Self, Book 2 of Mistborn Era 2 by Brandon Sanderson, and I'm simultaneously reading that with other people reading Mistborn Era 2, and that is for the Underworld prompt. Read a book with a dark cover. And the House of Earth and Blood is for the Hermes prompt, which is Catechus, read a book with a snake on the cover. And the last book I'm in the middle of is the longest one on my TBR, Heaven's Official's Blessing, which is a Chinese translated web novel, which is 2,050 pages, and that's for the Ghost King prompt, read a book with the undead. Honestly, almost every book on my TBR has undead, so I could replace it, but we'll see. I anticipate finishing House of Earth and Blood and Shadows of Self this week. So yeah, and I made a TBR page in my bullet journal for it. Oh yeah, here's my weekly spread. Other thing I need to do is schedule social media posts and actually post them. So yeah, that's it. I will come back once I've completed a thing. You might see me exercising. Probably gonna go to the post office now. So yeah. Bye guys. update. I'll turn off the fan for a moment to do so. It's Wednesday? Yes. Um, Wednesday morning-ish. 5 minutes to noon. Okay, why did I want to give an update now when I don't even know? Alright, so I mailed out the 2 books that I plan to. Um, the eBay orders. I got 2 more. I got 2 offers that were a little less than what I put up for those books, but not a lot, so I accepted them. I have to check to see if the money has gone through because really most of the money pays for shipping of the books more than anything else. Um, I've put up half of the card reading listings that I wanted to on Etsy. The other half will go up in the next couple of hours. 3 videos, I've uploaded 3 videos. One is not public yet, but we're moving right along with that. I still have 5 videos like waiting to be edited and uploaded. See, this is a thing where like you don't upload for 2 weeks, or you only upload 1 video for 2 weeks. Um, Something I did not mention in the opening of this blog because I forgot. Event-wise, Sunday is a big deal, um, but so is Friday. I think it's Friday. Yes, Juneteenth is Friday. Do look it up. It's becoming bigger than usual holiday this year because of the protests, which are still happening. If you think because the news is not really covering it or you don't see it as much on your social media that the protests have completely stopped, that is wrong. They are huge, they are still everywhere, and it's still happening, as is the coronavirus. The cases for that here in the US are going up a lot in those states where they were kind of low and those states had reopened. So this is not the second wave, this is the first wave for those states that didn't really get a first wave, if that makes any sense. But yeah, so Juneteenth is happening. Do look it up. In case I don't mention this at the end of the vlog, there's links to a card for Black Lives Matter, and it's not just the USA. They also have in the other links button for Canada and other countries, and there are links for Black Trans Lives Matter because our people are still dying. It doesn't matter what their identity or gender is. Um, you should support in any way you can. Um, but there's a couple of things happening on Juneteenth I'm considering taking part of. One, I've been doing yoga. That's been my exercise. I showed you, I think, Monday, and then there's a challenge going around, Yoga for Black Lives Matter, on Instagram, and I've been doing that each pose daily as part of my yoga exercise routine. So I may or may not include those, but those are up on my Instagram stories. And let's see, there is like a whole day's worth of free yoga classes for 24 hours on Juneteenth. I don't think I'll be doing all of them, but I may pop in for 1 or 2 once I have a closer look at them. Also, there is a special Blackathon readathon for the weekend starting on Juneteenth, Friday, and that's run by Jesse at Bow Ties and Books and others. Francina Simone, uh, by the time this goes up, that will all be over, so I don't have to go through all of that. But yeah, I'm thinking about participating. This special weekend edition is to read, uh, I think, Black trans books, or if not that specific, books with bo- books with characters or by authors that have Black LGBT plus members in them. So either the author is that, or the um, characters are. I don't know if I'm going to participate because I don't have a book. Um, and there is one book that I was planning to read for Blackathon back in February, the regular one, and I don't remember the name of it, but I know I think it had a black non-binary character. So I may read that if I can get it quickly. But I have so many other books, like my TBR was set for this month for the Olympic Games, and none of them are black characters. However, I do read books with black characters and by black authors regularly, so um, I don't need to be performative by joining that. But it's a thing. Um, there's something else. Oh, oh, Versus. I might actually watch this one live because I know about it in advance. Alicia Keys versus John Legend on Juneteenth. I am definitely participating in that. The other thing is Sunday. So Sunday is the summer solstice. Litha, as some Wiccans call it. Then it's also Father's Day, and what else is Sunday? It's the new moon, and we're gonna get an eclipse. Though I think it's only a partial eclipse, so not a huge deal. But yeah, so things are happening, and I think I already had mentioned on the 20th, Saturday, that my tradition is getting together. I'm actually just recently, while I was taking a shower and getting dressed, thinking about what I want to do or say, and if I want to participate in that. I think I'm going to talk to my high priestess. It's a concern, and I'm uncomfortable with the idea, but that's part of dealing with racism, sitting in your uncomfortability. And even if none of them turn out to be racist, are they anti-racist? And like, it's not enough to just be not racist. So I think that's become very clear. Um, and what do I want to do in the case that I don't know? I don't know. I, 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 I'm not the educator. I don't want to be the token black person either. So dealing with that, reading wise, God, I'm still reading Shadows of Self and slowly making my way through House of Earth and Blood. I had it in my head that if I break it down to like 6 days, I want to finish this by Saturday or something like that, or Friday. Um, that I need to read 16 chapters a day. I am behind. I'm only up to chapter 25. I should be by the end of today, if I like follow the plan, up to chapter 60, but I'm only up to chapter 25. And yeah, it's good, but clearly not Wow, amazing. I'm running through this. So, yeah. And then somehow I need to finish Shadow of Self as well by Saturday. And I think that was my plan. I wanted to finish House of Earth and Blood by Friday, and then spend Saturday reading The Last of Shadows of Self. I don't know. Or vice versa. Maybe it was Saturday, so I don't know. Anyway, that's my update. Wish me luck. Oh, I've been kind of dying to like give reading updates because it is 2:31 a.m. Thursday. So let's just do this real quick. Currently reading House of Earth and Blood, and I've had thoughts the whole way through. Um, I keep going back and forth about whether or not this is an urban fantasy. I mean, labels don't matter. It reads like one, but to me, probably because of what I've actually read of urban fantasy, um, it's fantasy set in the real world in modern times. This is not set in the real world in modern times. This is set in some completely fantastical location, and this twist is bothering me. So yeah, I'm gonna keep my head like this. Anyway, so there's that, but like it's oddly done. There was so much info dumping at the very beginning. I don't really know. Let's put me over here. Yes, okay. There was tons of info dumping. It's this one. At the very beginning, like so much. Doesn't usually bother me, but this was like several dump trucks worth every paragraph. A person would go somewhere and then we get like the entire history about of them and that place and then them in that place. I Hunt kind of is odd to me as a character. Like he is supposedly like hundreds of years old and a loner, because he's like the harbinger of death or whatever. Like that's basically all he's used for, is to kill people. And okay, fine. He doesn't even really get friendly with his own group, even though they have been together for hundreds of years and were friends at one point. But yeah. Um then but like we get random moments of him being very human like, I guess. I don't know. Uh Bryce, still trying to figure out, like, it's not her, like, all of her stuff is not adding up, but there's like a mystery to her past and then she hasn't dropped yet, or she hasn't come into her powers yet. So, but like everything's telling me that there's more to her than meets the eye. Okay. But also, I feel like as a reader, I am aware of that more than the people in the book, which makes no sense to me because every, like, Hunt and others keep, you know, putting her off as a party girl, but like an idiot and someone who doesn't seem to think or care about her friends, even though, like, I don't know what there's not enough evidence for that to fit exactly. I don't know. It's not working for me. But anyway, as far as their relationship goes, I like that it's slow burn and that it's slowly getting somewhere, but I've gotten to the point where like they're starting to eye each other, and that's fine. Like I can appreciate the intimacy, the connections because of, shared experiences and all of that. The the sexual attraction part though is, I don't know. I don't know. Like I would be perfectly happy if they were just friends. Um like that's what it is. Hunt is supposed to be like hundreds of years old. He's a part of this elite team that solves crimes, and I know like his main thing has always been like to kill, but he's still part of this group that is the major police force and in the city, and yet like he has no or very bad perception of people. He, I don't know, it's just it's not adding up. Like, and but we're supposed to see him as humanized and someone who has feelings and can see the good in others and doesn't think bad of them and wants friends or whatever, and yet I don't know, it's not adding up. uh the part I just finished part 2 of the book, so I'm up to part 3. uh the Canyon. I'm not surprised. We just had a little bit of reveal, and this potential bad guy, I have been suspicious of the whole time. Like, just the way this person was acting in the first part made me feel like they were suspicious. And I mean, I felt like, well, eventually we'll get around to them, I guess. But so far, like the mystery, the hunt, the case is interesting. So yeah, that's all I have to say about that.
You're in New York. These streets will make you feel brand new. Nights will inspire you. Rocking around New York, New York, New York.
Hey guys, so I'm feeling extremely lazy. I've got my phone on the tripod with the holder and everything because I wanted to do this laying down, but I didn't want to be like this the whole time, holding it up. So yeah, laziness squared. It's Wednesday and I haven't updated because yeah, so we're in week 2 of this vlog. Week 1 went really well. I did wind up talking to my high priestess about our tradition. Um, and I mean, that was an uncomfortable, painful, tear jerking conversation, but it went really well. Better than I expected, and so I felt good and empowered, and I know that she has my back, and that my coven members have my back, and that I don't really have to worry about the rest of the tradition. We are connected to them, but we are not them. So, yeah, that was a great conversation. I'm just thinking back on it and like really feeling the love and support, even though none of them are black. So, and it's not like, oh, it's not lukewarm, it's not wishy-washy. It's like, no, Black Lives Matter. You're anti-racist. I don't allow that shit. I confront anyone that, and I've seen it, but still, like, that's, those are allies. Anyway, so yeah, I went to our tradition chat for a little bit. That was nice. On Saturday, Father's Day happened, obviously. It would have happened anyway, as did the summer solstice. I went out that morning. A Black Lives Matter, uh, it was painted on the local Bronx street, so I walked over there. I had got up early. I like doing sun salutation, the yoga routine on Sabbaths because they're about the sun. I did the ritual um, for the summer solstice, and then I started preparing dinner for Father's Day. I put it in the crock pot. So yeah, and my mom made breakfast. My brother came over and hung out. So that was like that was the first time. Like Mother's Day, in uh that vlog on that included Mother's Day from last month. Like he and his girlfriend came over, but they just like stopped outside the door in their mask and brought over food, and that was it. But this time, my brother came in, sat down and chilled because one, I didn't realize the 22nd of May, we are now allowed to congregate in groups of up to 10 people. And as of the 22nd of June, which was 2 days ago, New York City is in phase 2 of reopening, meaning offices are open, retail businesses are open, diminished capacity, not, no, wait, I don't think that's the right term for this, but like at lower capacity, 50% or less. People still have to wear masks and stay 6 feet apart or 2 meters if you're not in the U.S. Let's not talk about metric versus non-metric. But yeah, so people are out being stupid, not wearing their masks and not obeying the whole distancing thing. But also local parks and playgrounds are open, so I don't have to walk for half an hour, 20 minutes to go to a park, which is nice. Um, Hopefully they'll be putting on the sprinkler systems because we getting into the 90s now, weather-wise, and that's part of the whole city's cooling thing. Um, I chatted with my friend Janet earlier the week. That wasn't planned uh, ahead of time, but it was nice because we hadn't really talked since her wedding, which I officiated. And so, like, she had her wedding on February 29th, the leap day, and then went on a honeymoon for 2 weeks, came back to, oh shit, coronavirus. They were on a cruise at that, but it worked out that no one from that cruise did anything. I got 4 videos up, and I haven't edited or uploaded anything else. Some items were listed. I've been mentally planning for One Book July. I'm kind of frustrated because I'm behind on posting my videos, and in July I know I had like twice as many videos to post with the weekly One Book July updates and the mid-year book freakout tag video, um, plus my quarterly update video. That's five, six, six new videos in addition to the ones I usually do. But I'm behind on posting videos since I didn't post really for 2 weeks. I only posted one video for 2 weeks, but I still want to post these videos. So I have to make a schedule. The problem was I ordered the new notebooks. They came in yesterday, but I wasn't sure they were going to come in. Cause yeah, it said 15 to 20 days, and I knew I would need it for Sunday or Monday. And so I didn't do a plan with me. I didn't do a weekly setup. So I didn't know what I was going to do this week. So I didn't film to talk about it. And then I saw Monday night, I got a notice FedEx will deliver tomorrow. And I was like, okay, well, we'll see if they do. And then they did. So I got the notebooks, but they're smaller than they should be. They're not the notebooks. It's, as you can see, this is thicker and it's wider. So I picked the wrong ones, and I don't know what to do. Um, but it's Wednesday. I voted yesterday. Well, I should say I did my absentee ballot. It's a very frustrating process. Um, because there are a lot of things on the ballot that are not researchable. There are a lot of people who can't like check, so you can pick based on what works best for you. So it's not really democratic, and it's not what is it, majority rules either. So I don't know what the hell, but I did it. That process was important. Uh, uh, eBay orders went out, and that's it. I don't know what's happening this week. That's why I came to say I don't know. Oh no, I did. I finished 2 books. I finished Shadows of Self, which was so good and so heartbreaking, and I finished House of Earth and Blood by Sarah J. Maas. Even though that book is twice as long as Shadows of Self still does a much better job of a book. I don't want to get into. I'll save it for my reading wrap up for in June for June's books. But good lord, I, there's just some frustrating parts with House of Earth and Blood. I have since started the first Percy Jackson, The Lightning Thief. This is for the prompt to, what is it, a random book. I kind of cheated because I just picked this out. I didn't like random number generate it or any meeny miny or anything like that. I picked it. So whatever. That's for the Olympic Games uh, readathon. And it's going okay. I hope to finish it soon. And then I can read my last book. That's my update. Hi guys. It's Sunday on the last week. Not a lot of things done. My hair is not done. This makes my boobs look super wide. They end there, guys. That's it. Anyway, I finished Percy Jackson and the Olympians, the first one, The Lightning Thief. I wasn't like blown away by this. It was good. 3 stars. And that is like my 5th book completed for the Olympic Games, which is a readathon based on this series. I don't know if I care to read the rest. I don't know. It's not a priority at all. And today I just started Full Moon, the second book in the Dresden Files, which is a reread. And another prompt for the Olympic Games. What did I want to update you guys on? I uploaded 2 videos yesterday. My plan with me, so I'm supposed to be doing this while doing my hair. Now I'll get to why I've been doing my hair a lot in vlogs lately. I just my inserts came in on Tuesday and that was great, and then because they came in I realized I purchased the wrong ones. They're smaller, they're like in page count but also in width. They are A5, but I realized the books I've been getting, the ones I used before this, were not A5. They were a little bigger. And I had forgotten that. And yeah. So some adjustments had to be made on my part, but it's okay. So I filmed my plan with me, and then it didn't go up till yesterday. I edited it. No, it didn't go live until yesterday because it's a lot, Filming and editing is a lot. By the time I upload, I just want to throw the video up there and be done. But you had to add tags and make a thumbnail, all of that jazz, and I was tired. So yeah, but it's done. I've also just finished filming my One Book July intro setup or supplies video. So yeah, One Book July is happening. I'm going to be doing a spiritual journal thing. I can't wait. I'm glad I'm focusing on that. Part of the reason is because I've been doing pretty good with using my bullet journal for the last year, since the last One Book July. So I don't feel like I need to get back into using my bullet journal properly, and I can focus on this sort of project or this particular type of journal, my Book of Shadows or grimoire, whatever. I just call it my spiritual journal. So yeah, I've been wanting to, um, and this is the perfect excuse. However, I have so many other videos. I don't know how vlogs are gonna go. Um, I had this idea to vlog every week in July, and then my one book July stuff will just be in the vlogs. But I don't know how people will like that. But maybe I shouldn't think that way because like that most of this channel is just me doing what I want. So I should continue that trend. Um Today I might go out. I wanted to go out yesterday. The plan was to go out. And when I say go out, I mean like and see other people. We can do that now. I didn't realize we've been able to do that since the 22nd of May. But yeah. And today is my friend's birthday. And I'll be going into Manhattan for the first time since at least March, if not before that. Like before that, it was because I just didn't have any reason to go into Manhattan. Um, yeah, so that'll be tonight, and hopefully I'll put that on. I'm updating here because I didn't know, like, I didn't want to do a closing now, knowing I'm going out later, but I didn't want to have a long uh, thing to explain. So yeah, I didn't do a weekly spread for this week, so I didn't really have like a list of things that I'm definitely doing this week and that kind of thing. Um, so it's okay like that, right? It's okay. Uh, Let me know what you think as far as the One Book July stuff. I know a lot of the people who are watching my vlogs now, those who are watching my vlogs now, new subscribers are like pagan people, um, some new divination people. I thank you. And so July will definitely have that content because of the One Book July's focus for me. But for those who don't follow me for that reason, this might be weird. I don't know. Guys, let me know in the comments. If you can't leave like a long comment, always you can just leave me a heart, a little red heart to know you watched. That helps with, the YouTube algorithm to get me even more followers. If that is something you think would be good for me. So that's it for now. There might be one last talking update. Yeah, because hopefully, oh no. Yeah, maybe. We'll see. So I was interrupted, but my hair is done. I did want to say about the hair thing. Uh, it's kind of an unstated plan or whatever, goal, habit I'm trying to stick with, doing my hair properly, regularly. Um, Especially since it's hot now. And one, I don't have to worry about like wetting it constantly and then freezing, but also I don't want it anywhere in my face or my neck. So yeah, and my hair is natural, uh, and so super kinky, coily, curly. I don't mind. I did this on purpose years ago. Most of my life have been natural. It was just like a period in college where I wasn't really my senior year of high school. But yeah, so I've tried like putting it on a habit tracker, writing down goals or whatever, but just doing it while I'm doing other things in these vlogs while I'm chatting with you guys, that seems to be like what's helping somewhat. So I meant to mention that like 2 vlogs ago, so a whole month and a half, but yeah, that's why you've been seeing that so often in my vlogs. Uh, I had eBay orders. Um, One I had to combine and did not know how to do, and then put it off because that was an extra step I couldn't find time for until recently. But I did send an invoice to that person. I got like 4 other orders, which is nice. Though eBay, I mean, the books, it's not like I'm getting my money back for them. And I priced them just a little bit over how much it takes for me to buy the envelopes and to pay for shipping. So, but they're getting out of here. Got another eBay order, another Etsy order, excuse me. Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. I don't know if it's in here, but I did get a new tarot deck, the Good Tarot. It was from a woman, Joanna, in Tarot Swap group, and I really appreciated that because her thing was I want to give healing decks to um, black healers and readers who read for healing purposes, and I was like, yeah, sure. And then she sent me a list of the ones she was giving away, and I picked that one out, and I'm not unhappy with it. Not a deck that was on my wish list, but I'm not unhappy with it at all. So, yeah, that is all.